our platform is called One Roof, and it is attempting to do instant estimates and vetted professionals for home improvement, which sounds very simple, but it's really not. It's an attempt to simplify home improvement, and the way you would do this is by, we might as well show you how it works first on the Find Out More. This is Max, by the way, co-founder. He's great. We get, it shows you what you do. You have two options, or indeed one that leads on to the other. One is you build your estimate. It's very simple. Hopefully the idea is that this saves you time, you get an idea of the price, and you learn a little bit in the same time. And then if you choose to, you can apply this estimate to our professionals. But we might as well get to the main event because it's most interesting. So here you have the estimator. Now, important to say at this point is that this is the bare bones. So the data behind this is what's really interesting and has taken a long time to put together. And we effectively have a blank canvas for you to make up your own mind on. So is there anyone here who actually wants to get some work done in the near future and would find it quite interesting to know how much it would cost? One person? Okay. So what's the job?
Knocking down a wall.
Knocking down a wall. So you're basically renovating one room.
Lick of paint as well.
Why don't we give your room a lick of paint?
I'll freestyle it then, yeah?
So we'll basically make it up to suit us.
Whatever's easiest.
So it's just a lick of paint, yeah, cool.
How big's the room? How big's the room?
Good question.
Okay, you don't know.
This is interesting, so this is exactly what we like to learn.
So you could basically kind of pre-populate a list of the jobs that go into what you want to do that you might not know. So you might kind of think you just want to paint your room, but you don't realise actually what that involves, like painting, skirting, or the door frame, and all these parts. And most decorators would come along and just say, kind of come into the room and like kind of look around and go, yeah, it'll cost 1,200 quid. And you're kind of thinking, why does it cost 1,200 quid?
Is that time and materials? So
this is just labour and basic materials. So on the side you'll see total labour cost.
So it's duplex rather than Farrow and Ball, just to be clear.
At the moment, it's Dulux rather than Farrow and Ball. We've actually built the prices for both, for painting, but this is really about labour. This isn't about, the materials is kind of the next step. It's like, what do you want done? Here you go. If you can get through this, if we can make this good enough, then we can go, like, that's further down the line. It's like, hey, what materials do you want for that? And we already know kind of what things you need. Something that you might not know about, you can kind of hover over and it will give you that information, which, you know, maybe in the future will kind of develop, use pictures rather than just plain boring information, because it's quite a lot of information.
We have all this information and now we want to work out the best way to display it. And the most intuitive questions that will get you to effectively what you want to know, how much is this going to cost, as quickly as possible.
Then you can generate a PDF.
Oh yeah, the PDF.
And then this will kind of be sent to you and get sent to us, and depending on if you want us to find you a builder or not. And yeah, that's how it is.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Give them a big round of applause.
I guess my concern is that, well, a lot of the places I've sort of renovated is that you look at a job ignorantly and say you're going to paint a wall, but then it's got the walls down. You know, how do you protect the pros from, you know, honouring quotes that actually don't reflect what the customers said they want?
Good question. So each quote is subject to confirmation, and it's site confirmation. So occasionally there will be damp, and the thing is, in the estimate you can put in, I think there's damp, and an allowance will be put in, which will then be confirmed or unconfirmed at the time. So nothing is binding, but it's surprisingly accurate.
Looks like a really interesting product. How do you keep your prices updated and reflect regional changes in supply and demand?
Well, should I do it?
Yeah, why not?
So the way we do all the pricing is we have actually built everything based around time. So we can basically manipulate that in terms of if the labour rate is different, we just plug in like 8 numbers for different trades and it will change all the things. So during peak time, all the prices go up due to how long they take. Now we can also put in a geographic thing, so we can divide, kind of cut the country up into areas, so to speak, and put different prices. Equally, we could do that anywhere in the world, to be honest. So.
Basically, we try to make as few moving parts as possible. So genuinely, you can change about 8 labour rates and affect every price. And obviously, you can apply like inflation scaling and stuff like that. And also, we check it against things like SPONs and quantity surveyors books. And we're running out of time. And the only thing I'd like to say is, sadly, I have to go. But Marcus, Josh, and Mike, and Max will be here if you want to have a chat about it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.